Boxing Truth here. IBF lightweight champion Robert Easter Jr. is going to get home cooking protection for his upcoming mandatory title defense against Denis Shafikov, the number one rated contender in the IBF rankings in the lightweight division. It's a good fight. It's a real fight. And we're going to get a chance to see how worthy of a champion Robert Easter Jr. is. It's Robert Easter Jr.'s turn now. We saw Flanagan take on his first tough opponent as world champion in the lightweight division. He didn't exactly impress. He didn't exactly wow any fans or even show that he's all that legitimate. So now Robert Easter Jr. is going to get a chance to prove that he's a worthy champion, that he doesn't need any home cooking decision or predetermined scorecards in order to beat the likes of a highly rated contender in Denis Shafikov. It's a really good fight, competitive fight. Shafikov is going to come bring it. He's a good fighter, good pressure fighter, southpaw, good condition, battle-tested, and he's a tough opponent for any top lightweight in the world. He's 38-2, 20 knockouts, not exactly the most powerful guy, but a rugged customer, a rugged opponent. And he's a guy that's going to come bring it. And he's really going to show what Robert Easter Jr. is made of. The fight was first reported by Dan Rayfield. He broke the news on this mandatory title defense. I believe it's going to take place on June 30th in Robert Easter Jr.'s hometown of Toledo, Ohio. That makes sense. Decent crowd came to Easter Jr.'s last fight. I believe it was a sellout. They could do another sellout. And this is not going to be a handpicked voluntary opponent. This is a mandated title defense against the best available contender in the IBF rankings in the lightweight division. So Robert Easter Jr. is going to get a chance to see how good he is, going to get a chance to prove how legitimate he is. And if he could get a legitimate win over Denis Shafikov, then he's for real. He's a worthy champion and is definitely a player in the lightweight division and should definitely get the chance to prove that he's the best lightweight by fighting the likes of a Mikey Garcia and George Linares, if all goes well against Denis Shafikov. Now, it all looks good for Easter on the outside. When it comes to this fight, he's going to be in his hometown. He's going to be the A side. It's going to be a Heyman-run show. Shavikov's going to need a knockout to win. There'll be protection from the judges, but I don't want to see any predetermined scorecards. I don't want to see that type of fight. I want to see Robert Easter Jr., despite all this protection that he's going to get when it comes to this fight, I want to see if he can actually make a statement. I want to see if he can actually beat Denis Shafikov legitimately. Flanagan didn't really prove that he legitimately beat Petrov with those predetermined scorecards. Let's see if Robert Easter Jr. could make a statement, impress me, just show me something. And now finally we're going to get a chance to see what he's got. Comey was his toughest opponent to date. I'm not exactly sure if he won that fight. Haven't really sat down and watched the fight in its entirety. I've heard it was a debatable decision. Comey had a tough fight with Shafikov. Shafikov won, in my opinion. I saw that fight, but it was a tough fight. Comey threw a lot of punches, but he missed a lot of punches. Shafikov landed the cleaner punches, the more hurtful punches, and he was the ring general. It wasn't exactly the easiest fight to score, but I felt Shafikov pulled it out, and now he gets another chance for a world title. He has to fight another Al Heyman client, though he got kind of screwed in the fight against Barthélemy. That was another fight where Shafikov had to overcome a lot of physical disadvantages because Barthélemy was so much taller and longer. And Robert Easter Jr. is going to has those same dimensions. He's going to have the same type of advantages, but he doesn't exactly use his height to his advantage. He's got some defensive holes. It's going to be a good fight. We're going to see what Robert Easter Jr. is made of. I just hope that Easter Jr. can impress me. Doesn't need any predetermined scorecards to continue his run in the lightweight division. Show me something, Robert Easter Jr. This is your chance. It's your turn now. Let's see what you got. This is Boxing Truth. I'm out.